motocross action out here at White Lightning. Tell you what, back when I got into vintage motorcycle racing, this is where I started in the 90s. Right around 1990 I started. As soon as I got out of the service, that's all I did throughout the 90s was like the vintage motocross. Never got into the cross country stuff. Not sure why, but I went around with the North Atlantic Motocross Series and did a lot of this. So this is the kind of stuff that just brings back some good memories. I know heard some other riders talking amongst themselves, and some of the guys were saying they didn't really think this was much of a vintage motocross track. And I'd have to agree, it was pretty much a modern track. You know, I'd say it was a hybrid. But like my cousin and I were talking about, you could just slow down for some of the bigger stuff you didn't want to do. I mean, there was a couple whoop sections in there before and after the start-finish line. You'll see them coming up here. And a couple of timing sections like this right here. I do think that if you had hit that first one a little bit harder, you might have been able to double, maybe double. I never tried it, so never got to see if the bike would do it. This little whoop section right here wasn't bad. There was another one right after it. It wasn't bad either, to tell you the truth. Was it vintage friendly? Maybe not. But you're not gonna hear me complaining. I had a blast out there. It was good competitive racing either way. And it was just a good time. It got really dusty here on Saturday, that's for darn sure. Just screaming up out of this hill here. It's a pretty steep hill. You'll see I kind of switch off on the video to the KTM to give you an idea of what a more modern bike might be like. This is Sunday, that's why there's not so much dust. We got some rain that night. That's Craig out there. He got the whole shot 2 days in a row, or 2 motos in a row, and he was flying. He just put a, I think it was an 11-ounce counterweight on his flywheel, and it's going to make a big difference in the cross country and overall the smoothness of the power and everything. Whew, what a difference! And he's a heck of a rider anyhow. He got out front there and he just kind of left everybody. I gave it as much as I could. I won't lie to you. I was getting pretty tired when it came to these motocross motos because the cross country was wearing me out. 4 hours over the weekend, and this old boy was pretty tired. Tell you what though, you didn't feel too much when you got out onto the track. You just felt it afterwards. I do know one thing, the suspension would have to be my biggest thing that was so easy to notice when you jumped on this. It was so much plusher. That amazing what 20 years will do to a set of motorcycle shocks. It's so much nicer to ride out here, easier on me. There's old 74 up there, and he was my little nemesis on the cross country racing. Him and I did some great vintage cross country racing. If you get a chance, check out the video. I think it turned out fairly well. And him and I do some good battling up front there for second and third position, I think it turned out to be. And on the motocross track, it wasn't any different. I couldn't get around them, but I could follow them around here pretty good. Stick with them. I wonder what batteries he has in that riding outfit of his. He has to plug that thing into the bike somewhere. Get back out here with the well, it's probably the second or third lap with the dual disc bike, and as you can tell, there's a few more riders than the last time I was out here. That's because they left us go in 2 gates. We're catching up and passing some of the guys in the first gate. Craig's boy Anthony, there he is in the old Yamaha there. I never do get around this dang Honda. Felt like I might have been just a little bit faster than him in some parts of the track, and other parts of the track he had my number. I really just didn't have a whole lot of desire to push the envelope too much. Looks like old Craigie checked out. He is way up there. Well, everybody, hope you enjoyed this short little video on the motocross. I just kind of wanted to let everybody know that White Lightning had a all-round good show. Included a nice motocross track to go along with that great cross-country racing, and I know I myself as a racer really appreciated everything that they did down there. So until next year, we'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Have a good one, everybody.